Hi, I'm Sash Palobra and welcome to the Sash Palobra Media. Today I'm going to talk to you about why I think Jose Mourinho needs to be sacked by Manchester United. Now, Jose Mourinho is one of the most decorated managers in world football, but since the second stint at Chelsea, he has lost his shine, and at Manchester United, he's not doing any better. And it is because of his outdated style of football and his tactics, which have become obsolete. Unfortunately, as time has progressed, football has moved on. Now, why I think Jose Mourinho needs to be sacked by Manchester United. The first reason why I think Jose Mourinho needs to be sacked by Manchester United is that football has really moved on, and people are the modern player rather is more is likes attacking football more and likes more of an expansive, proactive style of football, and even the managers prefer to play a more attacking and more proactive style of football. So Jose Mourinho's style, which is very compact and defensive, and which focuses on counter attacks, doesn't really work anymore. The second reason why I think Jose Mourinho needs to be sacked is because the team hasn't improved despite spending about 400 million pounds. Manchester United should not be anywhere near seventh place this season. The current squad is good enough to be in the top four and possibly challenge for the title. But because of the mismanagement of the team currently, I think Manchester United are just in a rough patch and have a negative vibe around them, and they're not performing to their best. Attacking players are not performing to their best. Players who deserve to start are being benched, like by Andres Pereira, Fred, etc. And players are relying on individual performances to get them out of jail, basically. And obviously, currently now the points also don't really lie. Uh, Mourinho is as bad as Moyes in his first season, and the team have a negative goal difference. They're the only team in the top 10 which have a negative goal difference. That's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing for a club of the size of Manchester United. Third reason is because he needs to sort out his transfer policy. Mourinho has a habit of targeting players who are just towards the end of their peak and getting towards the age where they are declining. His transfer targets are, players like Willian, Toby Alderweireld, Jerome Boateng. These players are players who have not got enough time left in their peak, and in a year or two they'll be in their decline soon. I don't think the club must allow Mourinho to target such players because then there'll be no long-term plan, and the club will simply have an aging squad. Now it's already suffering from an aging squad at the moment. In fact, they've got Ashley Young, they've got Antonio Valencia, who are in their who are close to their mid 30s, maybe 33, 34. So these players need to move on as well from the club next season because even though they can still do a job, the teams need a serious upgrade in these positions, especially left back and right back. I just don't think the team is strong enough to really compete for the title at this point of time, and surely even top four spot also looks in danger. Looks to be in danger rather, and also the current players like Lukaku, Nemanja Matic, they're just not really they're just underperforming big time. I mean, spending 90 million on Lukaku obviously with add-ons, fees with add-ons, it has just backfired massively. His first season was great at Manchester United, the previous season where he scored 27 goals and everything. But it's just not working out for him. Matic was initially a very good purchase as well, but he has declined dramatically. It's like the Branislav Ivanovic. It's like Branislav Ivanovic, basically he underperformed as well at Chelsea in his second stint in the season which he got sacked. It's the same case right now. The fourth reason why I think Jose Mourinho needs to be sacked is because of the toxic environment that he has created at the club. Moving on about that, by the way, this should never happen. This should not happen at clubs like Manchester United. In fact, he is tainting the reputation of Manchester United, and these leaks that are coming out of the dressing room, they're not helping, anybody. It's not helping himself. He's not helping himself. It's not helping the players. The whole vibe around the club is negative, and it is just not worth it. The cons outweigh the pros, and that's what I'm going to say about it. Like all these incidents about with Luke Shaw in the past and Anthony Martial in the past, and now with Paul Pogba, scapegoating him and all that. It's not working anymore. These players which are currently playing and getting comebacks and all these things which are happening at the moment currently, the short-term burst of form, is because the players are playing for themselves and not really playing for the manager. The next reason is picking the wrong players in wrong positions. Sometimes in wrong positions at least. Players like Eric Bailly, Fred, Andreas Pereira need to be playing in Manchester United on a regular basis, but they aren't because Mourinho has an obsession with height. He thinks that just because we can get 3 or 4 big guys and to show the defense and nick a goal, it's a great style of play and it could work in the long run as well. But this style of play is not sustainable in the short or long term. And given the current situation in Manchester United, I don't think so. The club really need to spend money in January. If they pick the right team, they'll be fine. Players like Diogo Dalot, Fred, Andreas Pereira, and Eric Bailly, for example, even Lindelof, they'll be fine. What they need right now is a settled back four, and they need a fluid midfield to sort out their struggles. The attack is fine with Martial, Lingard, and Rashford up front. Especially Lukaku and Sanchez can be used as substitutes at the moment because the reason being that they're out of form and they need to be phased into form or phased out of the club. And a more fluid midfield will sort out the problems of Manchester United. I mean, yes, Mourinho has the authority, he has the credentials to make decisions, but he's making the wrong decisions in the club, and he needs to be sacked because people say that it's cheaper to sack him at the end of the season, but right now if they sack him by maybe after the Arsenal game, for example, if they lose or if they draw, then I think it'll be a fresh start for the club. There'll be a toxic element removed from the club for the next 5 months. Maybe they can get an interim manager and get a new manager in the summer to sort out things and start fresh. That's it, and thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And goodbye.